Hi Aquarius, how's it going? I hope you're doing fantastic today. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back. My name is Lynn, and I'm going to be doing a general Celtic cross spread for you for the month of April. It's a general reading, so it may or may not resonate with you. I'm using 2 decks for your reading. I'm going to pull an oracle card and 10 tarot cards for your Celtic cross spread. So let's see what messages Spirit has for you today for the month of April. Spirit, what message do you have for Aquarius today? Okay, so you have here thorns, weave together the crown you deserve. I like that. Very nice. Okay. And Spirit, can I have 10 cards for a Celtic cross spread for Aquarius? What messages do you have for Aquarius, please? Your first card represents your current situation. You have the 5 of Pentacles reversed. Your second card represents what's crossing you or what's challenging you or your situation. Or it could be what you're celebrating, and you got the Queen of Pentacles. Your foundation message is 10 of Swords. Your past. This card represents your past but is relevant to your current situation. And you got the 7 of Pentacles reversed. When a card comes out reversed, it just means you're getting extra protection from Spirit. Your immediate future, what's likely to happen very soon in your life, is the 4 of Swords reversed. The outcome you desire most in your situation is the 10 of Pentacles reversed. Your self-image, how you see yourself, is the Ace of Cups reversed. Your environment, or how others see you in your situation, you got the King of Wands. Your hopes and fears is the Page of Wands. And your future, if all is to remain as is the Judgment card rebirth. Fantastic. So well, you know what? Let's look at this first, your oracle message. So this right here is the ultimate card of celebration, not just of yourself, but of those around you. When you're done putting on your crown each and every morning, go and help someone else put on theirs. You have so much love and wisdom to spread, so don't waste it. Self-love is essential, but community is important too. There we go. And then your first card that came out is the 5 of Pentacles, and it came out reversed. So this card represents your current situation. And the 5 of Pentacles is represented by Taurus. So this card is about, it could be about spiritual poverty. It could be about recovering from loss, making some positive changes. It's a card of charity, overcoming adversity, being accepted for some of you. It can be, for some of you, being employed. It's a card of forgiveness. It could represent becoming financially secure, improvement in your finances and in your luck. It could represent the end of, the end of hardship, being welcomed, being accepted, being employed. For some of you, it could represent your health improving, okay? Making a lot of progress, paying off debts, improving relationships. This card could represent an end to difficult times, especially if you've recently suffered a major financial hit or job loss. You may find some sources of income, a new job, or maybe someone has offered to help you out. while you get back on your feet. You may be starting to feel as if life is worth living again. You're regaining your self-confidence. Finally, you can see a way out of your financial difficulties, and your hope is renewed. You may be experiencing spiritual poverty. You may feel as though something is missing or out of place. You may also feel isolated and alone. You may come to realize that you placed too much emphasis on your material wealth and you've neglected your spiritual well-being. The advice from Spirit is to trust the universe is here to support you financially, especially when you're following your calling and your soul purpose. Okay, that's your first card. Second card represents what's crossing you or what's challenging you or your situation, or it could be what you're celebrating. And you got the Queen of Pentacles, male or female in a general reading. This is Capricorn energy. So the Queen of Pentacles is someone who's very supportive. She's a healer. She's stable. She's down to earth, warm, comforting, welcoming. She represents wealth, good health, very kind, loyal, contented, grounded. She has good she has good business sense. She enjoys her creature comforts. So yeah, this is a card of, it must be what you're celebrating: financial security, financial independence. She could represent a wonderful mother, someone who enjoys the finer things in life, a social butterfly, high social status, very generous, really good businesswoman, very supportive, very nurturing, practical, someone who provides financially. She could represent a working parent. She's the nurturing mother of the material world. If this is you, Spirit is saying you're embodying the ultimate working parent archetype. You care for your family and domestic responsibilities while also making a living for yourself and creating financial abundance. You maintain a healthy balance between home and work. You strive on creating a warm and secure environment for your family and your loved ones while giving your love and support freely. But it's important to you to live an independent life. It's important to you to live independently. Some of you may be trying to strike a balance between your home and your work life. And yeah, this queen represents prosperity and security. Aquarius, you've worked hard to generate a level of financial or physical security. So the advice from Spirit is to just maintain a compassionate, nurturing, practical, and down to earth attitude when dealing with others, and focus on creating a calm and balanced life for yourself. And then your foundation message is the Ten of Swords, and it came out upright. So this card represents the basis of your situation or foundation. It's Gemini energy. So this could be destruction, ruin, failure, exhaustion, betrayal, painful endings, deep wounds, a dead end. It could represent misfortune, severing ties, saying goodbye, bitterness. Someone finding it difficult to cope, hitting rock bottom or hitting a wall. This is loss, deep wounds, painful endings, backstabbing. But it's also about having a fresh perspective or a new understanding with the situation, severing ties. The Ten of Swords is a painful and inevitable ending. Some of you are grieving the pain of a loss. You're wondering if you'll ever love or find work again or trust again. Maybe you're the victim of another person's betrayal or deceit. You feel like you've been stabbed in the back. You're reeling from someone else's actions, and this pain runs deep. You know deep down that this marks the end of your relationship as you know it with them. Along with the feeling of pain, you may grieve the loss of this relationship. Don't shoot the messenger, but Spirit's saying that you may be taking on the role of victim. If this resonates with you, the advice from Spirit is to pick yourself up and move forward with your life. Let go, accept your current situations. Do not resist change. Spirit's saying allow it to happen, okay? Your fourth card represents your past, but is relevant to your current situation. And you have the Seven of Pentacles reversed. So the Seven of Pentacles reverse is represented by Taurus. This is a card of anxiety, procrastination, cash flow problems for some of you, bad business, bad financial management, limited success, or working without results. There's a lack of long-term vision. There's frustration, aimlessness, not putting the effort in. Again, don't shoot the messenger, but this card could represent laziness. But it could also represent a workaholic. There's going to be a change of plans. There's unfinished work. There's a lack of growth, a delay, a setback, impatience, not finishing what you started. Can all be represented by this card. Your efforts may be scattered at this time. You're questioning whether you're investing in the right areas. You may outlay some initial money on things that will not produce fruit, or what you thought would make you happy is creating some stress and anxiety. This card is all about anxiety too. It isn't worth the effort. Yeah, examine where you're investing your time and energy and resources. Make sure you're satisfied with your current progress and that you're receiving a return on your investments. You may continue to invest a lot of energy into a specific situation, but you may not reap the rewards that you're looking for. But you know when to stop investing in something when you see little return. But Aquarius, you've been working very hard on laying the foundations for your relationship. But now you worry that you will lose it all. You may also feel frustrated that the relationship is not progressing as quickly as you had hoped. This relationship may not be worth your time or energy. So then your immediate future card, what's likely to happen very soon, is the Four of Swords reversed. Okay, so this is what's likely to come up very soon. Your immediate future. This is Libra energy. So Spirit's bringing up recovery again. Spirit's bringing up setback again. Hang on a second here. I'm just gonna I'm making a little note for myself. Setbacks. Really watch how you talk to yourself, okay? Because this card can be about negative self-talk. But yes, some, again, recovery, forgiveness, releasing pain, healing, loss. This is loss again. Setback, confusion. For some, you're overcoming grief, sorrow. You're overcoming sadness. You're recovering from a heartbreak. You're compromising. Some kind of distraction. For a lot of you, you're getting over the worst, overcoming depression. For some of you, you're not able to let go of the pain. You're suppressing memories. You're suppressing your emotions. You're refusing to let go of emotions. This card can also represent healing, reconciliation, and optimism. So just take it how it resonates with you. Four of Swords reverse could be exhaustion, burnout, stagnation, restlessness. Libra energy, not taking care of yourself, a lack of protection, exhaustion, stress, being in deep this is recovery again. Yeah. This is recovery, awakening, re-entering the world, finding mental strength, awakening, coming out of isolation, recovering slowly. This is healing again. Spirit's bringing up healing again. Restlessness, re-entering the world. For some of you, not accepting counseling or support, having a mental breakdown, a mental collapse. I'm sending you a huge hug if that resonates. There's a lack of self-protection, losing faith, but some are recovering slowly, healing, rejoining the world. But Spirit is saying you need to take a time out. You need to rest and recharge your energy. Maybe you've been working long hours, giving your time and energy to others in need. Or you're involved in a highly stressful and demanding undertaking, and you're very close to exhaustion. Your energy reserves are running low, or they're on empty. If you don't stop and take some much needed rest now, you're going to crash and burn out completely. So withdraw from your external world and retreat within. Now's the time for a social detox. Use meditation to calm your mind. You're restless. You're wanting to do everything at once, but force yourself to take it easy. Make sure you don't run yourself into the ground. Okay? This is a card of stagnation and a lack of action, and it's leading to frustration. So you may need to take a break and come back to it when the energy is flowing better. Maybe you're frustrated with the lack of progress and change in your life. Part of this lack of change may be due to your passive approach. There may have been situations that were frustrating to you or that you were unhappy with, but you chose to wait it out and hope that they would eventually change. But now you're feeling the ramifications of that choice. And then the outcome that you desire most in your situation is the Ten of Pentacles reversed. So the Ten of Pentacles reversed, again, extra protection from Spirit, is Virgo energy. So this can be bankruptcy, this can be debt, financial failure, financial loss again. I'm going to put a summary too underneath the video if you want to read even more about this reading, okay? This is a card of lack of stability, instability. It could be the dark side of wealth. It could be bankruptcy. It could represent fighting over money, family feuds, divorce. Some of you are breaking traditions. This could represent a disputed inheritance, being excluded from a will or not leaving a will. Huge losses or debts. Unexpected changes, rocky foundations, losing everything. Again, sending you lots of support and a big hug if this resonates with you. Being unconventional. But Spirit is saying you need to be ready to question your need for stability and security and commitment in your life. It may sound good on paper, or it might be what is expected of you, but is it what you want, Aquarius? Sometimes wealth can be a trap. When you surround yourself with expensive things and live a luxurious lifestyle, you may want more and more and more, never feeling satisfied with what you have. You may find you burn through your financial reserves as you deeply or desperately try to support your high standard of living. You're not willing to downgrade even if your cash flow diminishes. Your feelings of self-worth may be inadvertently wrapped up in your wealth. If this resonates, then it's time to unravel that connection. See that you can still live a happy and fulfilling life. Some of you may be experiencing challenges or setbacks with finances or job security or family stability. If this resonates, it's time to reevaluate your position. Choose a course of action that will help you regain your sense of security and self-worth. If you know your worth, Aquarius, if you know your worth, oh my God, life becomes a lot more simpler. There's a lot more clarity. So I'm always posting stuff about self-worth. But your self-image card, how you see yourself, is the Ace of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. This is a card of emotional loss, sadness, emptiness. It's telling you to, its instability is coming up again. It's telling you to really focus on self-love, feeling unloved. Again, there's repressed emotions here. Spirit's bringing that up again. I believe that when Spirit keeps bringing up the same message, he really wants us to get it, or they really want us to get it. Emotional loss, blocked emotions, breakups, unrequited love. There could be canceled celebrations, canceled social events. For some, this card can represent pregnancy issues, infertility, miscarriage. Again, if this resonates, I'm sending you lots of strength and love and a big hug. But how you see yourself, blocked creativity, feeling unloved, gloominess, possibly receiving bad news. But repressed emotions. This is the self-love card. Before you send your love out to the world, send some to yourself. Send some love to yourself. That's what I just said, your self-worth. Once you figure out what you're worth, and you are worthy of so much, Aquarius. But no one can tell you that. You have to believe that yourself. And the more you do this, then the more you can exist in the flow with life itself. Okay? You may be withholding your emotions for fear of getting hurt. You're in connection with your subconscious mind. You're very attuned to your intuition. You're exploring this part of yourself privately now. You're discovering how you can bring more intuition and flow into your life. But you may be repressing your emotions. You may be repressing your emotions, not wanting to express yourself fully to the outside world. Remember your oracle card? This right here is the ultimate card of celebration, not just of yourself. You're amazing though, but of those around you. When you're done putting on your crown each and every morning, go and help someone else put on theirs. You have so much love and wisdom to spread, so don't waste it. But self-love is essential. Self-love is essential, but community is important too. So when the oracle card is kind of trumps the message. It's a huge part of your reading. So I would definitely really make sure you're focusing on self-love at this time, Aquarius, okay? You have your reasons for keeping your feelings close and not wanting others to know what's going on inside. But you got to be careful that you don't create an internal blockage by repressing how you feel. You can find ways to release your emotions by maybe journaling, right? You may need to retreat, withdraw. Spirit is saying you need to check in with yourself and figure out why you're holding back. Kind of have to do a little bit of the shadow work. And then your environment card, or how others see you in your situation, you have the King of Wands. Now this is male or female in a general reading. King of Wands is Leo energy. King of Wands is fearless, optimistic, has a way with words, confident, funny, charming, friendly, experienced. Someone who overcomes challenges, can see the big picture, dares to be different, can be a little bit controlling, or someone who takes control, makes daring decisions, is very bold and passionate. He's fearless. He's a leader. He represents leadership, a natural born leader. He's action oriented. He's proud, loyal, dependable, honest, truthful, free thinking, very intuitive, an entrepreneur, very protective, honorable. So you're stepping into the role of a visionary leader. You're ready to direct the people in your life. Certain people there's people in your environment. You're ready to direct them towards a common goal. People see you as, yeah, this is either someone in your life or how people see you. Okay? Honest, charming, funny, friendly, confident, a visionary, someone who's very active, decisive, intuitive, experienced, honorable, a leader, fearless, makes daring decisions, takes control, can be a bit controlling, a little bit hot-tempered. Only take it if it resonates. If it doesn't, just ignore it, okay? Yeah, you have a clear vision of where you want to go. And now you're manifesting that vision with the support of those around you. You're charismatic, you're focused, you're determined. Others naturally gravitate towards you. You lead your life with intent, vision, and a long-term view. You have the maturity to see your vision through right to the end. You're here to leave a legacy. An opportunity is presenting itself to you, and now you have the power to take on any challenge. You can create any outcome you wish. So be mindful about your intentions and vision, and know that you hold the power. Okay? And then your hopes and fears, what you hope for and or fear the most in your situation is the Page of Wands, male or female, in a general reading. Pages are messengers. This is Aries, Sagittarius, Leo energy, upright. So, yeah, maybe receiving some good news. You're finding your passion. You're charismatic, adventurous. You have fresh ideas. You're energetic. You're fearless. You might be receiving a phone call, a letter, a new opportunity. Again, Spirit's bringing up free thinking, confident, intelligent, cheerful, playful, active, extroverted, free spirit. Someone who's making new, exciting plans, has limitless potential, very determined, innocent, imaginative, inspired, adventurous. Be careful, because the Page of Wands is someone who rushes into things. It's full of energy. Is optimistic. This is a card of freedom, excitement, exploration. If this is you, Aquarius, you're inclined to give anything and everything a go. You embrace the opportunity to start out on a new journey or project and see where it takes you. You don't necessarily have a solid plan in place, nor do you really know where you're headed, but you're excited about the possibilities. You have a gift of dreaming up new creative ideas. You're unfeathered by the burdens of everyday life. Nothing will get in the way of your dreams. Some of you are experiencing creative restlessness, but you're not going anywhere just yet. Run your thoughts through a filter so that you only act on those most aligned with your broader goals. A spiritual path or journey may be calling you. You have a curious mind, and you're intrigued to see where this might lead. You may benefit from working with a wise mentor. So there could be new opportunities coming into your life you hope for. And then your last card is Rebirth, the Judgment card, the second last major arcana in the deck. This card is all about being rewarded for your past efforts. Again, it's forgiveness. It's going through an awakening. A total transformation is coming up again. Forgiveness is coming up again. This is a card of forgiveness. It's judgment, it's rebirth, it's reevaluation, decisiveness, a reckoning, a reconciliation is coming up again. Finding your purpose. It can be a card of acceptance. So this is your 10th card in your reading, your final card. And this card is you're evaluating things. This is the outcome. This card is about having an inner calling, an absolution. Rise up and embrace a higher level of consciousness for the service of your higher good, your highest good. You're experiencing a spiritual awakening. You're realizing that you're destined for so much more. Let go of your old self and step into the newest version of who you really are. You need to make a life-changing decision. This requires a blend of your intuition and intellect. You may be at a crossroads. Turn your higher self, tune into your higher self. Trust your judgment. You're on the right path. You're so close to reaching a significant stage in your journey. This integration has healed deep wounds. You're now able to put the past behind you. You've found your absolution, having cleared any wrongdoings or regrets. You're releasing any guilt or sadness about your past. You may find comfort in sharing your struggles with others who have been through the same struggles as you. They can show you the way to freedom. Okay, so that is your reading. Let me know if that resonated with you. Thank you for letting me channel these messages. I'm sending you lots of love and strength. Take good care, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Have a great month.